Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ready Resource. We're doing some more spoilers today. Today, we're going to be doing Cunning, my favorite color in the game. I like them all, though, but I'm most excited about Cunning, I think, so we'll just dive right in. And then we got new red right away.
Before we get into the cunning, I'll tackle this. Red's
Yeah.
fine. All right. So we have bravado for 5 and mono red. If you've defeated an enemy unit this phase, this event costs 2 less to play. Ready a unit. It doesn't have the one restriction that the other 3-drop ready a unit with 3 or less power has. So this can ready up some bigger stuff if you're killing and trading, but I'm not super hyped on these types of cards.
Yeah, I think it's just a better version of that one, no? But same.
Well, it's conditionally better. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You have to remove a unit, so that's what, I don't know. It's probably not good.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad to me.
And then next we have the 1-drop stolen land speeder. So this is a ground unit. Excuse me. For a single aggression pip. It's a 3/2 underworld vehicle speeder. When played, if you played this from your hand, an opponent takes control of it. Okay. And then bounty, if you own this unit, play it from your discard pile for free and give an experience token to it. Interesting.
When played, if you played this unit from your hand, an opponent takes control of it. And then if you own this unit, play it from your discard pile for free. So you kill it and then bring it back with the +1?
Yeah, for free. So, weird. Okay. I don't know.
Got a lot of moving pieces to get this bad boy to be good for you.
Yeah.
You just have to kill it. But the problem is like, I don't want to play this on turn 1 and then play another unit on turn 1 just to trade with my own land speeder when you've probably also played a unit just for me to get a 3/4 on turn 2, or turn 1. Yeah, no. I'm not here for it. This ain't it. This ain't it.
A little too cute.
Agreed. Now to get in the good stuff.
Alright. First, we have Doctor. Do you actually know what this card is, Donovan?
Nope.
Okay.
Give it your best shot.
Evazan? Evazan? Evazan?
Evazan? Evazan. Wait, no. Okay, it doesn't matter.
We got the Doctor. The Doctor costs 2. He's a villain cunning unit. 3/3. Underworld. Shielded. And bounty. Ready up to 12 resources. Card's hard to evaluate, man. Very hard to evaluate. A 3/3 shielded guy for 2. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's like a crafty smuggler, but better. And then up to 12 is like ready all your resources if you defeat it, pretty much. So how good that will be, I don't know.
The thing about it is like, this is super awesome if you play it on turn 2, but if I draw it anytime after that, I'm probably just resourcing it.
And then I feel like if my opponent goes like Power of the Dark Side,
untap, play a threat, you're like, ooh, that feels bad.
Yeah, I feel real bad. Not super high on this card. Then we have Grogu. I'm sure everyone is going to be super excited about this, just for the flavor. It's 05 for 2. It's a hero. And it has action, exhaust an enemy unit. Who wants this? What deck wants this?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
This isn't what Han's trying to do. This is not what Cassian's trying to do. Oh, wait. How could I have forgotten Jin Urso? This is a Jin Urso card through and through.
This is in the Mandalorian starter.
I don't know. There's probably actually good support for it. I just don't like playing a non-aggressive. And beside the point of the fact that I do play a lot of aggressive tilted deck, I don't like that this is just an O5 that just exhausts a unit. Like, I play this, I claim, I exhaust your turn 1, so it sticks around for like 2-3 turns, but they will eventually deal with it, or not, because it's really not doing anything when it's just happening.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's in
I'm sure
the.
it has applications for
Yeah.
sure. Probably some applications that we haven't seen yet. It's also a force unit, which is super important for like upgrades and stuff.
I actually just noticed that. So maybe with the forces with me, but then if you're attacking with it, you're not using the action. So like, what are we doing there?
I mean, in the Mando deck, I'm sure it'll be really good playing with that leader. Like, there's a bunch of upgrades that can go on it. You can throw that Mandalorian trade upgrade on it. I'm sure it'll find its spot, but why buff it up if what it does is exhaust stuff? I mean,
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Good. You got it.
So I think if this weren't a tap ability, and if it were a mana, or if it were a resource sink, where say it like had the Fetch Fire Spray, I could pay 2.
yeah.
To exhaust, I would be a little bit more on it. But the fact that I'm choosing to either buff it and then attack with it, or just exhaust units, I don't.
Oh, I was watching our green video, and I noticed for Crosshair, I'm going off topic. Crosshair has the action you pay 2, and then you can give him +1 or something. You play him late game. I don't know what situation you'll have. Yeah, 2. And then
That's
now
why
he's
he's
a
good.
4 power. We didn't really like talk about that, but this just reminded me of that when you said the action pay 2 for the fire spray.
Yeah.
I
This
will
may
be
be
saying,
something into being like sneaky good, because you look at this in a vacuum and you're like, oh, it doesn't do much. But I don't think it's meant to be good in a vacuum. It's meant to have high synergies with other things.
so the only pushback that I have on this is it feels I just like Leia better. Like, I feel like I would rather run Leia over Grogu, because I'm not needing to exhaust something. Okay, actually, well, no, it doesn't even fit in the Thrawn deck. I don't know where this has a home, honestly. Like, because I feel like all the yellow hero decks that would want to play this would rather just play Leia.
Probably the Mando deck, like Donovan's saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, then we have another 1-cost hero Cunning unit that's in space. It's a Cartel Turncoat. It's a 2/3 with bounty draw card. Not high on this. It's trying to be aggressive and cheap, but the downside to it being removed, and it will get removed because
I mean, they want the draw.
like on 2, on 3, when there's other space units that come out that want to trade with it, trade and draw a card. So it's a little dog in the background.
See that? Yeah, I'm not too big on it. I don't really think that this is where yellow wants to be with their bounty, because it feels very like the yellow games feel like a war of, okay, do I have more more resources at my disposal, and are they matching well in the matchup? And just letting your opponents draw more cards, that's going to make your cards worse, obviously, in the long run.
Yeah.
And it's not aggressively tilted enough to the point where you're just killing them faster than the card draw will matter. The card draw will matter. Card.
Yep.
So, yeah. Mr. Donovan?
Yeah, sure. Up first, we got the L337. He is a droid revolutionary. Ground unit for 2 Cunning and Hero. 2/2 Underworld droid. When played, you may rescue a capture card. If you don't, give a shield token to this unit. And then you can smuggle it in for 4 Cunning and Hero. I think it's cool. I like the rescue. I don't think we've seen much of that either. So that's a good thing to have as a backup if they do take something of yours.
I don't think it's good on the rate of 2 for 2, but I like that I can resource this and then smuggle if needed. If something
Yeah.
that I have gets captured, and I can replay it and just, nope, I got that back.
Yeah, it's a nice backup card. But yeah, the
I
2/2.
actually disagree with that and say I think it's fine. A 2/2 shielded on 2. It's Crafty Smuggler at its worst. That's the floor. Ceiling is you smuggle it and then you get to have it later. Even if you just draw it later, you don't have to smuggle it to be able to get that when played. So you can either
Yeah.
smuggle it or play it late game, or it's just a shielded 2/2. So it's got a lot of application.
I like it.
Thank God this doesn't fit into Boba.
Being a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up we got Zori Bliss. 5 cunning and hero. She's a ground unit, and she's a 4/7 underworld. On attack, draw a card. At the start of the regroup phase, discard a card from your hand. And you can smuggle her in for 6, I believe. 6 yellow and a hero.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's good. Drawing is always great. Discarding, whatever.
4/6.
It's got a big butt and it lets you loot.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah, what else can you say?
Not amazing, but pretty good.
The art is
Also,
very
notably,
pretty too.
You get to draw the card that turn, and
Yep.
then you get to choose what you discard after you draw your other 2. So
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Well,
I like
it's at the start of your regroup phase, so it would be before you drew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because your regroup phase
It doesn't start with
starts.
you drawing? Oh, well. I
Yeah.
guess this puts a super action.
Right, exactly.
I follow. Okay.
Next up, we
Regardless.
got Omega, part of the squad. Another Bad Batch character here. She's a ground unit for 2 cunning and a hero. 2/2 fringe clone. It says ignore the aspect penalty on the first clone unit you play each round. When played, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a clone card, reveal it, and draw. I mean, going into a clone deck, I want to build Bad Batch deck, so I think this would be. I mean, it's a must in those decks at least. But on its own, it's not good. There's other options.
It's a Hera. It allows you to play a
Yeah.
certain group of cards and get upside from them, which is
Mhm.
cool. It allows you to play Crosshair, and you're probably, what? A lot of the clones, I believe, are red and yellow.
Yep.
So it allows you to play Crosshair in your red-yellow deck with no penalty. So I like it.
Yeah, exactly. He's green, so it'd be green and yellow. But I'm pretty sure Hunter, the leader, he's green. I mean, you can run all of them. Wrecker's red, but like
Well,
again,
see, that's what I'm saying. It just ignores whatever
Right,
penalty of whatever you're going out of.
right.
I like it. I think it'll be. I'm just hyped for a Bad Batch deck. You were talking about it. Like we started watching the Clone Wars. It's probably not going to be good, but like flavor wise,
Yeah.
this would be a super fun deck to play on like Monday nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yep.
go to the shop, seeing what you can do with it.
Mhm.
Also, if I can add another note to Zori, rereading that card, it's actually pretty busted if you can get empty-handed, attack, use that card immediately, and then at the start of your thing, you're like, oh, I have no cards to discard. I'll just draw my 2 per turn. So you can kind of like dodge that discard penalty. I like that card a lot.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Omega, I think it's super awkward to play with. Because this is one of the only cards that does this.
Yep.
If you don't have Omega out or Omega gets removed,
Mhm.
your whole deck is just kind of awkward and doesn't really function.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool in concept, and obviously the ceiling is high.
Omega can always find another Omega. Say you're loaded with a bunch of, crosshairs and wreckers already in hand. You already got your top end, and you just need to ignore that penalty. You can just find another Omega. Make sure that you keep that going too. So I know it's probably not what you want to do. You want to be high rolling her and getting her better cards, but worst case, she can always find another one of herself to replace the one that dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, we have another Millennium Falcon. So, it's a unit space for 6 Cunning and Hero for a 5/5. If you play this from your hand, it gains Ambush, and then its smuggle cost is 6 as well.
Yep.
Doesn't kill Fire Spray. It doesn't kill Bright Hope. I don't know about this one. 6 for a
You nailed it.
5/5. Yeah, for a 5/5 ambush. This does not seem good.
That's what I was going to say exactly about Fire Spray. So,
Yep.
I think you nailed it.
It just doesn't get past a lot of the hurdles that I feel like you're trying to cover in space at that point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might pick off like an A-wing or maybe like a red 3 or something, but I just don't think it's going to be impactful enough. But who knows? Maybe these smuggle cards are truly just busted, and we just don't know yet.
There's not that much ambush in space, so
Yeah.
that's about the only thing it does differently. But
Yeah, who knows? Someone will figure out the smuggle aspect to be, or the trait to be broken.
Cranked.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have. Well, do you guys have anything else on that one? It just seems pretty plain Jane.
Other Falcon's better.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. For 4, you have Chain Code Collector. This is a unit ground for Cunning. Just Cunning. 4/2 Underworld Bounty Hunter. This has got Ambush, and then on attack, if the defender has a bounty on it, give it -4, -0 for this attack.
Okay.
I mean, notably, a lot of the bounties that we have seen are either 0 or very low costed. So maybe there's a world where you play like a 0-drop bounty on something, play your Chain Code Collector, immediately attack and get to keep him around, but his stat line is garbage. Like, it dies to make an opening, it dies to like stuff that it has no business dying to, so I don't know about this one too. I mean, Connor, you're the tempo player. Do you feel like this is where you want to be in your tempo deck?
I was actually going to say I like this card quite a bit.
Okay.
Just because something you have to think about with being 4 cost is there's not a lot of good 4 cost units, especially in Cunning. There's not much to be doing. I mean, I was playing the ATRT in the Boba Yellow deck. It's just not good. So being able to ambush, and the big problem with the ATRT was that it ambushes, well, one, you need the vehicle, so you have to have that, but also it only ambushes for 3.
Yep.
This ambushes for 4, and has potential just to kill it and stick around, because it gives the defender -4, -0. So, although it's a little bit situational, I think it gives the 4 resource turn a little bit more utility.
Yeah, and I guess at its floor, it truly is just a 4-drop that immediately comes in and kills something with 4 health. It might swing tempo back in your favor. Okay, I could see it. This is one that I'll be curious to see how it ends up shaking out. You think you'll replace like Gamorrean guards in your mono yellow Boba with this?
I don't know if this is a Boba card necessarily. It depends on how much bounty goes into the Boba deck. If there's a lot of bounty, maybe it's just fine. In fact, if there is a lot of bounty, it will probably replace the Gamorrean guards. They'll go back in the sideboard. But barring a lot of bounty upgrades or a lot of bounty sitting across the table, I can't see it being replacing them, but we'll see.
Yeah. Last card we got queued up on this slide is Spare the Target. This is 3 for an event tactic, Cunning and Hero. Return an enemy non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Collect that unit's bounties. So, at the very least, it's a waylay again, in the colors that are able to run that. So it's a hero waylay. That's a little bit better if it happens to have bounties. Once again, I just don't know about the bounties yet. So
I think this is super meta dependent.
Yeah.
So if the meta says, hey, there's a lot of bounty creatures that are coming out early, this would be really good. Someone plays the 1-drop 2/3 we looked at earlier that has bounty draw a card. You get to take them off tempo by bouncing it and also draw your card.
Yep.
You know, so that's high upside. The downside of it is A, it's in hero, and B, it's enemy non-leader unit.
Yeah.
So it's bad against traitorous. It's bad against I guess traitorous would still bounce their thing and go back to your hand.
Yeah.
Bad against palp. A lot of times your things get damaged, you want to bounce it back to your hand, so you can't do that. So the enemy part is a little bit restrictive, but I think the collecting the bounty probably outweighs it.
So it's not considered an enemy unit after they control it with help?
It is.
No, I'm saying while it has damage on it. Before they take it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
It comes up more than you think it would playing Boba Yellow.
I'm not about it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not about it.
Really? You don't like this over Waylay? I feel like that's kind of a hot take.
Okay, so like the decks that are playing this, we're talking about Han, Cassian, Jyn Erso. What other yellow heroes are there?
Sabine Yellow.
Sabine yellow. Yeah.
Luke
I don't
Yellow.
know. This might replace the one of Waylay that I have in Cassian. It's just a little bit more upside, especially if I happen to tag the bounty.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a lot of bounty cards, this is just strictly better than Waylay.
Oh yeah.
100%. Well, at least for hero.
Yep.
I'm holding out on this one. This one's TBD. I want to see it in action. I want to see how the bounty mechanic works, how prevalent it
It base
is.
for 2.
Huh?
It doesn't hit your base for 2.
That's true. All right, cards F tier.
Yep. Who's got this?
You, my guy.
Me? Alright, we got... Let's just go ahead and throw it out there. Fennec Shand.
Boom.
Boom. Mono Cunning unit for 7. Ground unit. 4/6 with ambush. On attack, deal 1 damage to the defender. If it's a unit. For each different... Oh, deal 1 damage to the defender for each different cost among cards in your discard pile. This is tough. This is a tough one to evaluate because it costs 7. There's not that much currently that costs 7 that Cunning decks like to play.
Like, isn't a better spot for you to be in, like, Fire Spray and then just double spelling or something like that and, like, shoot first or something?
Yeah, maybe. This one's pretty hard. Depends on what's running around on the ground, you know, because I feel like our ground arenas are going to look a lot different next set. Like, every deck that was playing, like, Viper Probe Droid is just probably not playing that anymore. Like, there's just so many better options for you. Like, that was always the, 48th, 49th, and 50th card in a lot of decks. With things like Probe Droid.
Mm-hmm.
So, it depends on what the ground arena starts shaping up to be. For 7, though, I mean, for each different cost among cards. So, let's just say it's hitting for 3. So, it's a 7/6 for 7 ambush. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say medium. I'm gonna say I'm medium on it.
It could be good.
Could be good.
Because ambushing and at least for 4, paying 7. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's probably never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just because you're not playing this till 7. So.
Yeah, I'm not.
Anything else on this?
Not.
Not a fan. You're just not a fan of any of these cards.
This next card is.
Well,
sick.
yeah. So this next card is just absolutely busted. It's not legendary. It is a rare for some reason. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It's Boba Fett's armor attached to a non-vehicle unit. If the attached unit is Boba Fett and 2 damage would be dealt to him, prevent 2 of that damage. It also gives it +2/+2. There's not even much to say about this. I mean, this is just when I first saw this, I was like, "Am I crazy, or is this really like stupidly strong?" And I think most people have come to the conclusion this is just stupidly strong. So
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Staple.
pretty sad. I hope everybody's ready for a lot of boba green and a lot of boba yellow next set. There are going to be a lot of people jamming this card, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Devastator does not kill Boba when it comes in because of this.
Crazy.
Just putting that out there.
This is
Anything else you want to add to this?
Notably, it is legendary itself, or it's unique. So you can't put this on your boba, leader and your boba unit. But at the same time, I don't think you really care about that. I think just having one of these on the field, you're more than happy with it.
Yeah. He's got his own niche Luke's lightsaber, Vader's lightsaber type thing going on, so good for
I
him.
think this is definitely the best one. I feel.
100%. Well, Luke's is pretty good. Removes all
Also
damage, gives a shield.
It's just straight up Cunning. This is.
This?
Why is it not villain? Yeah,
Because there's a isn't there?
Boba
the
Hero.
new leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boba Hero.
That's definitely why.
Which also I'm curious to see in action.
Well, it'd probably be good because you can slap this on it. Next, we have a 0 cost upgrade in Mono Cunning. It's Wanted. +0/+0. Attach unit gains bounty, ready to resources. This has potential to make your already nutty Boba turn even nuttier.
I like this card a lot. It's 0.
Yep.
It's free. You just it feels like a combo piece where you're like, all right, I'm just gonna do everything this turn, and you're not gonna be able to deal with how much I'm about to do.
There are also so many turns where you have action economy in your favor while you're playing Boba, and your opponent is forced to just take the initiative, and then as your last thing of the turn, you deploy Boba as like your last thing. You deploy him and attack with him. And usually you're cleaning up whatever's on the ground. So if you just have this in hand, they take initiative, put it on their thing that you were going to kill anyway with Boba, and then you get to untap 4. Like that's really good.
No,
So-
I like this card. I like this card a lot.
I love the 0 cost bounties.
My bad. I went a little quick there.
Oh, you're good. Alright, hold on, pause. Has anyone not seen this card?
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Okay. I wanted to see if you guys could pronounce it, but if you guys know what the card is, then I'm sure you know how to pronounce it.
I haven't watched anything. I just saw it like on a Facebook group or something.
Can you pronounce it?
Oh, I think I can. Is it Ma Clunky?
What do you think, Connor?
Clunky? Clownky?
So I think Noah was more on the nose. It's McClunky.
Mucklunky.
McClunky. Yep. I'll read this one. McClunky. McClunky. 1 and a cunning for an event. It's an underworld trick. Return a friendly non-leader underworld unit to its owner's hand. If you do, deal 3 damage to a unit. So we got another waylay-ish card. Only costs 1, but it's you can only do it to underworld units. Oh, it's your
And friendly
own.
units.
It's your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like Waylay.
Yeah. I mean, you got a bunch of damage on something, you want to save it, bounce it back, deal 3 to something. I mean, I think it's a good card. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's a good, like sneak attack. You sneak attack something in, attack with it, and then bounce it to your hand and deal 3 damage. It's also a trick. So Jabba finds tricks. We don't
Yep.
have that many tricks. So if you do find it with Jabba, you can play it for free.
True. Okay. And it's an open fire on the back end, which is always nice. Open fire for 1.
Yep.
And I feel like yellow is a little bit different in the sense where your trading comes, or like your advantage comes from like either knowing when to trade or versus when not to trade. And this is like what you guys are talking about: heal, and I'll kill something of yours. Take off something early.
Turn 5, you play Fire Spray, swing in for that. Gets damage on it. Turn 6, bounce back to your hand, play it again.
Yep. And notably, it's just a unit. It is not non-leader. It's not ground. There are no restrictions. Deal 3 damage to a unit.
Yep.
There's also a bunch of the bounty cards running around. Someone puts a bounty upgrade on your unit, you bounce it to your hand, kill their thing.
Yep. Alrighty, and next we got Relentless Pursuit. So this is 3 Cunning event for a tactic, and then it is choose a friendly unit. It captures an enemy non-leader unit that costs the same or less than. Then, if the friendly unit is a bounty hunter, put a shield on it. A lot of the boat cards are bounty hunters, are they not?
They sure are.
Yeah, so could be cool. The capture mechanic gets me kind of excited. I like that tempo swing of kind of like we've talked about, Oblivion ringing your thing, making you have to deal with mine before you can progress, and then that also puts me more in the driver's seat where I'm not going to be trading with this unit ever. It's just going to be hitting your base, and you're going to be the one that has to deal with it. And that gets a lot trickier once you put a shield on it. So I'm kind of here for this one for 3. I like it.
I think this card is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Not only does Boba leader, but also Boba unit, also Bosk. The new Bosk. Bosk is a bounty hunter.
Yeah, but not Boba leader. It's non-leader. Right?
Oh, it says non-leader.
It's just choose a. Yeah, it's just choose a friendly unit. Holy crap! That's
Bosk is a bounty hunter. Yes.
Yep.
This card's cranked. Then I was reading it as a friendly non-leader as well, because why would it not be? But that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're cleaning things up on the battlefield.
Yep. Anything else on this one, Don?
No, I'm just excited to make my Bosk.
Yep.
I can just keep going. So we have a new adventure. This is a Gambit event for 2. Cunning. So we're getting some more double aspect cards. I like that. Return a non-leader unit that costs 6 or less to its owner's hand, and then its owner may play it for free. So I love this card already. We are big Cantina Bouncer stands here at Ready a Resource. So yes, oh no, you've taken my Cantina Bouncer with your Palpatine. Well, you're about to be in for a very rude awakening, because I'm going to bounce my own, Cantina Bouncer and then immediately play him for free. So not only did I steal my thing back, he's back into play, and I'm bouncing another one of your things. I like this card a lot. This card is super, super cool. And the C-3PO art on it, and the R2, I'm here for this. This is a real pretty card. I think it's well designed. This is cool.
Again,
it's good too. It's already gold, and that's yellow with the cunning. It just looks good together.
Looks great. Again, Fire Spray. Play it, hit for 5, bounce it. Play it, hit for 5.
Yep.
1 turn.
Mm-hmm. Someone traitorous is your thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you get to bounce it to your hand, like I've Cantina bounced many of traitorous units back to my hand. Feels fine. You're like, oh, I got my thing back. But this makes it feel really good. So,
notably being double aspect too, it's going to be hard to slot into like the like Boba decks that are playing like green base and stuff like that, obviously, but in mono yellow Boba, this is.
I mean, only paying. I mean, it's 4. It's not terrible. If you're carrying the bounty.
A copy or 2 out of aspect, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Kira. Is that how you would say that, Donovan? Kira,
yeah.
Kira. So for 4 ground unit, Cunning and Hero, it's a 3/5. When played, look at your opponent's hand, then name a card. While this unit is play, each card with the same name costs 3 more for your opponents to play. I can let someone else start on this one, but yeah, I like this. The main problem that I have with Regional Governor is that I feel like I have to Viper Probe Droid you first and then Regional Governor you. And yeah, okay, it fully locks it out, but this is going to get you enough time to be able to stop whatever is coming down. So like say on turn 5 you're playing against a green deck, you have initiative, you slam this, look at their hand. Oh yeah, there's that OB that I knew was going to blow me out. Well, I'm going to make sure it doesn't blow me out now.
I like it.
And just really, really gums up their turn too.
Like, oh, you're gonna play SLB because you have 8? No, you're gonna wait until turn 11.
You're actually just gonna die.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, because you're not getting to turn 11, or you're burning a vanquish or a takedown on this, and I'm still cracking in for a ton.
Yep.
I love how all your evaluations are just with cracking in to base in mind.
Well, okay.
You have to. That's how you win.
No. Yeah.
No,
that's how you win.
No, it's not an insult. I'm just saying that's very interesting.
Well, no, but I also, especially when I'm looking at cards like this, I don't want to ever have damage on this card or trade with this card unless I absolutely have to, because then it just makes it easier for you to remove. Like, I feel like this is, I know that I do try and talk about hitting base a lot, but I feel like this is one that you aren't trying to put damage on it for as much as you can, or for as long as possible too.
This reminds me of a magic card. It costs 3. When it comes in, you get to exile a card from their hand, and it costs 2 more to play. Forget what the card's called.
It's a 3/1 flyer. Oh no,
Yes.
you're thinking of Invasion of Gobakon, I think too. Was it the flyer?
Yes.
Yeah, the 3/1.
You had it. I forget what it's called, but it's like very similar.
Yeah.
And that card's good.
Yep.
So maybe this one will be as well.
Alrighty, and then next we have Slaver's Freighter. So this is a space unit as well for 5, Cunning and Villainy, for a 4/5 underworld vehicle transport. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Kira is notably an underworld, which does synergize with the cards that we were talking about in the last slide. And then, so the Slaver's Freighter has a when played, you may ready another unit with power equal to or less than the number of upgrades on enemy units. Yeah, I'd be very happy to play this card against Tarkin, I feel. Just buff up your doofus, make a big guy. I'll untap my Fire Spray and hit you with it again. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's fighting for a lot of really good slots in the Boba deck, I feel, where their 5s are a little tight. I mean, Connor, you might be able to tell me different otherwise, but so I don't know what you would cut to put this in, but it doesn't seem like bad necessarily. It does seem, I mean, it is conditional, so I don't think it's a main board card. It's definitely like sideboard. If you need to go on more of an aggressive tilt and make sure that you're like really pushing damage, or just double kill a unit or something like that. It's like kill 2 of their units with one of your bigger ones.
Yeah, I think kind of medium to medium plus on this. It's pretty narrow, but when it's good, it's probably very good. I could see this in a sideboard for sure. Or decks that are not Boba, that are going to be popping more into prevalence here. It will be very good.
Or even in bounty decks. Say you're on that hard bounty deck with Bosk, this actually goes pretty hard in that, because they're gonna have a lot of upgrades on their stuff. If you're just making, a Voltron on one of their things, put 3 of those 0-cost upgrades.
Yep.
Boom, re-ready, and then start getting that value.
Yeah, and that type of shell, I think it gets a little less narrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the last card that we have on this slide is Bazine Natal. Alright. So this is a ground unit as well for 2 Cunning and Vigilance. It's a 1/3 Underworld. And when played, look at opponent's hand. If you do, discard one of those cards. If you do, that player then draws a card. And then it's got Smuggle for 4. Uh, I might to go with our ranking scale that we're using. I'm medium plus on this.
I'm
Same.
higher than that.
It takes out one of their important cards. You might mess up their curve. The smuggle being able to bring it back.
Yep.
Like, so say there's a turn later down the road that you're like, I don't need this now, but I want to make sure I have this on 4 to prevent their 5 or like their 5-drop play or their 4-drop play.
Yeah.
With initiative, I think could be good. This is getting me more and more excited. I want to build like an entire deck that's almost like 95% smuggle. So the way the smuggle mechanic works is you're taking the top card of your deck and then putting it in as a resource. And if you just keep smuggling out everything out of your deck, it just that value loop seems really strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this
Yep.
is something you want to try to use this. I mean, every smuggle card you want to use smuggle, but this one I'm like really wanting to use smuggle to stop that, like you're saying, that 5-drop turn that they might be going for the next turn or whenever.
Or there's a lot of lists that only play 2 Avenger, 2 SLB. You know, if you guys are only about, 16 cards deep in your library at that point, this might be able to snipe the one while the other 2 are floating at the bottom of their deck, and then, might be able to buy you out. I really hate that they draw a card, but I understand why it's got to do that. You can't just have raw discard a card on the body. That's cheap.
Yeah, I think this could be something that gets played like out of aspect to in control mirrors to snag like restock from your opponent. I'm also okay just playing this on turn 1 and taking your your resupply or your super laser tech when I don't have the initiative and my Bodhi Rook is going to come down too late, or I can Bodhi Rook you and you have the super laser tech. This can really set you back. So good.
I think
good
that you probably put 3 of these in over the Viper Probe droids. To your point earlier, like I'm much happier running this than BPD.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough spot though, because the probe droids trade really well with aggro, and this is pretty bad against aggro. But like I said, snagging a 3-drop with this, it's really good.
Hey, maybe you'll be taking my fleet lieutenants and not be getting hit for 5.
Yeah, things like that, or a K2 or a 4 cause, or whatever.
Oh, hey, whoa! We don't need to be getting that mean. Come on now.
But that's the ceiling. The ceiling is as high as you need it to be.
Honestly, yeah.
I'd like to take Noah's K2s.
I seem to always have a lot of them. So.
I'll do this one. We got Dryden Voss. He's a ground unit for 7 cunning and villainy, 5/7 underworld. Comes in shielded, and when played, choose a capture card guarded by a unit you control. You may play it for free under your control. Sick. This card's good.
Here for it.
This is what I like to do. I get to steal and play your things for free, no less.
Yep.
I like this.
And 5/7 shield.
5/7 shield body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, absolutely hate this character.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Hate him.
Well, people would hate him when he gets played against you as well. So.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no, he's definitely going in the deck. Don't like the character.
What's the legendary?
Oh yeah.
I could see this.
Yeah, he is a legendary.
I could see this going into like a. So a lot of those Thrawn decks with outmaneuver and like the tap downs, I could see them moving away from being as hardcore on the tap down and maybe leaning more into the capture side. And this is a really good top end. So I like
that suggestion. That's a good suggestion.
Take all of their stuff and then tap the other stuff they still have. It's pretty good.
Especially with that, we might even see, because I know that Thrawn has been mainly in blue shells, but we might even see a shift with the green shell Thrawns, where you go harder into the ramp. You're just trying to ramp to that guy and the other 11 drop in green that captures all the units. And so that's a very fun play pattern of, I'll steal all your units, and then, oh, what's your best one? Well, I have it now for free. Like,
yeah.
The only thing I see about this card that is like a little bit makes me hesitant on, is the fact that when you capture something, so you have to wait until you've already captured something before you can use it.
Yeah.
So I capture your thing, and that immediately puts such a target on your unit because your opponent wants to get their thing back. So they're gonna have there's a giant target on your unit's head so they can get their thing back. So if they just take that away from you before you're able to play this, you might more often than not just be playing a 5/7 shielded. So the floor, great. Yeah, it's not great, but it's also just fine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like we're talking about with the Thrawn deck, you're gonna tap down their biggest thing anyway. Like you're gonna see what's coming, and you might be able to dodge being able to for them to kill the capture unit before you can get this out too. But yeah.
Next we got another ground unit, Coruscant Descendant or Dissident. 3 Cunning and Hero. Dissident, yeah. 3/4 Underworld Twi'lek. On attack, you may ready a resource.
You may what?
You may ready a resource.
There you go. Yeah. This is good, right?
Card is epic, bro. Card is epic.
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's cool.
Dude. Okay, let me paint the picture for you. I'm going to play this on 3. You do your thing, I claim, right? We'll go into my turn. I will play my K2SO. You commit your action. It's a 3/4 on turn 3, so it's a little bit harder to kill unless you're going to either expend something from your hand or double attack into it. So you're probably not going to kill it. I'm going to swing in to your base with this, ready a resource, and then draw with Cassian. I like this card.
With Cassian, yeah.
I like this card a lot. Also, it's very aggressively tilted, too.
Mm-hmm.
I could see some heinous shenanigans where you're untapping resources to be able to, rebel assault the other stuff if you're playing yellow. Well, no, I guess that doesn't quite work. But I do think that there's more application. But my first thought was like, holy crap, untap Cassian, get to draw my card, do my thing. I like it. It's also 4 toughness. That's a big up for a lot of those early units.
Yeah.
Is Ezra 3 or is Ezra 3/4?
My phone is charging. I'm not too sure. I think he is. I think he is because Bodhi Rook's the 3/3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's.
Is Ezra also Cunning Hero?
Yes.
Yep.
So definitely some competition there, but specifically in Cassian, I think I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people do run Ezra as well in Cassian to get even more draw.
And you get to play stuff off the top of your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ezra's a better card than this, but the decks that want this type of effect will be playing this card.
I mean, actually, there's some really crazy stuff you can do with this now that I'm thinking about it. You could sneak attack this in, hit their base with it, and then on turn 3, she can even trigger to draw her own card off of the sneak attack.
Who, Ezra?
No. The Coruscant Descendant.
You mean ready resource?
You mean ready resource?
What did I say? Sorry.
Draw.
Draw card.
Well, right, because you're going to ready the resource after you attack with her and then be able to draw because you hit for 3 on base with Cassian.
Yeah, like I said, with
Cassian.
Cassian, I like this better, but just in general, I don't think it's replacing her.
No, I was just thinking of more applications. Now the gears are grinding. How to break this. I like it.
Yeah.
Last one on the slide, we got an event, triple dark raid. It's a tactic, 3 cost, cunning and villainy. Search the top 7 cards of your deck for a vehicle and play it. It costs 5 less and enters play ready. Return it to its owner's hand at the end of the phase.
This is so obnoxious. This is going to be so good. This is going to find so many Fez fire sprays on 4, and then they're going to hit me, and then they're gonna return it to their hand, and then they're gonna hit me with it again in 2 turns as they're beating me in with other stuff. Like,
And then they're gonna
posted a thing.
bounce it back and play it again ready and hit you again.
Yeah, people were really worried about that, and someone mapped it out. And for all of those things to happen, there's like a 48% chance that you hit, and it takes 2 cards to do it. That combo's not probably going to be all that good, but I think in general, this card itself is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, and who knows? Maybe this is once again a Thrawn card, and you're going to get a Chimera that costs 5 less than on turn 6, and you're playing a Chimera like way ahead of curve. Like,
you can drop a Devastator on 5. You can drop your Avenger early.
oh, true. It doesn't even count. It doesn't have to be a Cunning unit. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is going to be obnoxious. This is going to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, a little bit of a shorter app. Not a lot of Cunning spoilers, but I'm excited about these. There's some really big misses, honestly, for me so far, but then there are some really big hits in Cunning where I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. Out of all, so this is the 4th and final color opposed from villain, hero, mono. What do you guys so far? What colors are you guys looking most forward to?
Hot take, because I know I don't play this a lot, and I know that this might be kind of out of left field. I'm excited for the Vigilant stuff. The grit is just really exciting. Like, I'm ready to build like a blue-red type of like GI grit grit deck. Or honestly, dude, with all the stuff that we've been seeing too, I could see IG getting some love as a leader, because you have so many of these 1-drop red creatures and so many of these 1-drop blue creatures with grit that you might just be able to go 1-drop on turn 1, 2-drop on turn 2, and then just play out IG and like start doing his thing. So
Right.
I was going to agree about the Vigilance. I think I'm most excited for the Vigilance out of these.
I think it's got to be aggro and cunning for me, honestly. I lean more on the command side of stuff usually, but this the synergy with yellow and red seems really good and very fun.
come to the dark side. Donovan, come play Cassidy.
Villain. Red yellow villain.
Freelo, I'll take it.
Guy with his aggro decks.
I know.
No. I want it to be known too, when this game first came out, I started by playing Iden, and I realized that Iden is not fun to play against your friends, because you sit there for 45 minutes and kill all their stuff and they don't have any fun.
But it's really fun when you kill your friends fast.
Yeah, because we get to play more games.
Don't let him fool you, everyone watching. This is nothing about your friends, because his friends hate playing against Sabine. That doesn't stop him. It's just, he just found out, he rediscovered how much, oh, I'm just an aggro player at heart.
Noah
And
forgot
that's
to
what
put his clown makeup
Yeah,
on.
put the makeup on, bro. Put the makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
He's gearing up, powering up.
All right, listen, completely unrelated. I'm just going to tell everybody at home, the best line that you could ever do in a card game is you play
Aether
Cavern
Vial.
of Souls. No, you play Okay, I'll put my makeup on. You play Cavern of Souls, and you name human, and then you play Aether Vial, and then you untap and kill them. It's literally the best.
Is this untap mana or ready a resource?
Well, that's what I was saying. It was a magic note.
All right.
What you got wise?
What do I got? What? Sorry.
You got card wise for us today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's play the game.
We did one off screen, so we'll
Also-
we'll leave it to one card, and we'll call it there.
Oh, let's play 3. Also, feel free to do this in the comments. Like, if you guys are watching along and you're like, "Oh, I know that card," snap it off. Like, say it, and tell us if you got it before us.
But how about we all do one then, since he only had one.
Okay.
I've got one.
You've got one?
No, but I want to hear. Let's do Donovan's first.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
What, he wants you to go?
No, he wants me to guess.
Yeah.
Is it a unit?
Nope. It's right here.
Is it an event?
Is it a
Huh?
what?
My first question was, is it a unit?
No.
Is it an event?
Yes.
Does it cost 3 or less?
No.
Or more?
Mm-hmm.
It isn't.
Is it red? It's an event, yeah.
Connor, it is not red. Noah, what did you say?
I was just confirming that it was an event. Okay. Is it blue?
Yes.
So blue event, 5 or more. Is it villainy?
Yes.
Is
Is
it
it
super
meter?
laser blast?
Yeah.
Nope. Also, just want to note, just now you said 5 or more. It's 4 or more, is what you guessed earlier.
No,
Yeah.
I guessed 5 or more.
I heard 4. Play it back.
You said 4 or
Oh,
more.
okay.
So that means it's 4 because he corrected you.
Mm-hmm.
We got that tidbit.
So it's 4, blue villainy, event.
Is it?
Search your feelings.
The card is Search Your Feelings. Nice. Alright, who's next?
Connor's got his queued up.
All right. I have a card that I am pretty excited about for the upcoming set, but it's not. It's in the first set. So I will let you have it.
I want to guess solely off of that.
All right.
Something you're excited about for this next
And
set.
and you said it was a set 1 card, correct?
Correct.
Alright, let's break it down. Is it yellow?
Nope.
Is it blue?
Yes.
Is it a unit?
Yes.
Blue unit you're excited for.
Is it a ground unit?
Yes.
Is it Gideon?
Nope.
Is it a 3 or less?
No.
Is it 5 or more?
Yes.
Is it 5?
Yes.
Is it Charlton? No, he's 4.
Ground.
Is it
villainy
Gideon?
Blue. No, you already guessed Gideon. It's not going to be Gideon if it wasn't Gideon 2 minutes ago.
You never know. Is it villainy?
No.
It's mono?
Yes.
Mono blue 5 cost unit. Mono blue 5 cost unit. Is
Does it
it
gain you life when it comes into play?
No.
For 5 ground blue.
does it have a when played ability?
No.
When defeated.
Nope.
On attack.
It's just a vanilla 4/4. No. Yes, it does have on attack.
Mono blue 5 cost on attack.
Look at Noah, he's looking through the database.
I know.
No, well, I am, but I'm not looking for your card.
Is it?
No, I'm sure we stumped.
Is it Gideon?
All
Yeah.
right, I'll give you the other keyword. It has grit.
I've got grit.
With an on attack.
5-drop blue grit.
Is it like an ATST walker or something like that?
It is not. Who's ready for me to read the card and then see if you can guess what the name is?
Okay.
So this is a 5-drop mono blue 3/5 ground unit with grit and on attack. If you control a leader unit, you may draw a card.
I've never seen this card or even heard of it.
I bet you have, because it's Rugged Survivors.
Oh, lame.
Okay, I've never played against that card.
Yeah.
With the new leader coming out, the one that deals 2 damage to a friendly
Mm-hmm.
thing or whatever, and flips and heals the damage or something. I want this to be good. 3/5 with grit. All right. Is it a unit?
This is not a unit.
Is it an upgrade?
No.
All right,
Okay.
so it's an event.
Is it red?
Nope.
Yellow. Or cunning.
Mono?
Yep.
Mono yellow event.
3 or more? Or 3 or less?
Yes.
Waylay.
3 or less.
No. That's alright.
We did
You guys
outmaneuver.
waylay again. There we go.
Earlier we did outmaneuver. It's not that.
Does it cost 2?
Is it outmaneuver again?
No.
Is it... Oh no, it's an upgrade. Hold on.
Is it Gideon?
3 or less event that's mono cunning.
Sorry, I didn't hear the answer for if it was 2.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah. It's 3 or less.
Does it cost 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
No, you're fine. So
Is it a new card?
Nope. I played this card. I've notably played 3 copies in my sealed deck.
is it Surprise Strike?
Nope.
Good guess. Is it shoot first?
Nope.
What?
Sorry, you
It's not
played 3 of these in your what?
Sealed deck.
Yeah, I played 3 of them in my sealed deck.
I don't remember that. What did he play in sealed?
I played Boba. I played Boba Red.
Does it exhaust something?
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not outmaneuver?
Does
Well,
it give a shield?
It does give a shield.
Yeah. I know this card. I don't think I know what it's called.
Isn't that outmaneuver? It gives a friendly unit a shield and taps something else?
No, you're thinking of Donovan, the one that.
The one that's in his hand?
What?
The one he has is you give a shield to a friendly unit and you tap down an enemy unit. And
Yeah.
it's a picture of the Falcon and it's flying.
Yep. Donovan got it.
That's outmaneuver.
It's Asteroid Sanctuary.
Oh.
Outmaneuver's 3.
Outmaneuvers. See, this is what I was about to say. Outmaneuver is the one that you choose an arena and it taps everything in that arena.
No.
This is
That's
Yeah,
Asteroid
that's
Sanctuary.
what I was trying to. Yeah. Dang. I knew. I was thinking that card was called Outmaneuver. I knew the card. I just.
yeah.
But no, Connor, the one you're thinking of that taps everything down, isn't that?
Is Outmaneuver.
Outmaneuver.
It taps everything?
Yes.
Choose an arena. Bro, what are you smoking right now?
Whatever, you can't see me.
I can't. You're right. All right. Well, that wraps up another episode of Renny a Resource. So, all right, guys, we've done the spoilers for all we're gonna do. We won't do the
Mono
out of aspect
stuff.
things unless you really want to. Unless you want to see it, let us know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what do you guys want to get some gameplay, or
Yep.
what do you guys want to think about doing next?
Definitely gonna get some gameplay in for y'all. And then just not to say these aren't normal pods, but you know, pods that don't have to do with spoilers. Just talking about the game, upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
So
Talk about events, stuff like that. So
yeah, it'll
We're
get.
about to really start. We're about to really start grinding and experimenting with decks. I was actually super happy last night. Connor was in Discord with me, and we were chatting. And he's going off talking about how epic Cassian is, and he's playing Cassian on Carabas. So expect a lot more of that. You'll be getting some Carabas gameplay coming up, which is probably a little bit more solo content, which might just be me, Don, or Connor. You know, with the webcam setup.
Yep.
Streaming Carabas. We'll upload those videos. Might even do like a couple live streams if people wanted to do like 1v1 gameplays, stuff like that. Please drop your Carabas name in the bottom of all the videos or anything like that, so we can, you know, coordinate some time and we'll get some private games going. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And
Anything
more tabletop. We have tried to record tabletop a couple times, but it's
tabletop
kinda
is
rough.
tricky. Kudos to people that do it well, because it's tricky to do.
Yeah. Turns out you need a really nice camera that doesn't shake and doesn't attach to the table, and you need an umbrella, and you need good lighting, and you need anti-glare sleeves. So we're just trying to produce good content for y'all. So
Hey, we're making our way.
it's coming.
Yep.
All right. Well, if that's nothing else, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.